Hello, welcome back to Honey Cloud Bakery and Kitchen. In today's video, we are going to be making your favorite Nigerian puff puff with just few ingredients that I will be showing you later in the video. So let's dive right into it. So today we'll be making your favorite Nigerian puff puff. I hope you know what that is because as a Nigerian, why not? So we'll be getting our ingredients. There's our flour, this is our sugar, and this is our yeast, and this is the fresh pepper. We just wanted to add some fresh pepper. This is your salt. I told you just a few ingredients, and now we'll be adding our flour. That's our main ingredients for this recipe. Don't worry, you're gonna like it. And if you find it so hard frying a nice puff puff, like if your puff puff normally ends up getting burnt at the end of the day after frying, after making your perfect recipe, but then frying is your problem, don't worry, stay glued to this video. I'm going to give you a tip and a secret at the end of this video, so keep watching. So we are done adding our flour to the basin. Now we are using half cup of sugar for this recipe, and mind you, this is someone's order that you're making with me, so I'm just showing you my special recipe for free. How good that sounds, right? So now you can see that, right? Half tablespoon. I want to show you so you'll be sure when I tag it in the description box. That's our salt we added, and we will be adding 2 tablespoons of yeast. That's our yeast right there. It's raining like water. Don't mind me, just trying to show off. So 1 tablespoon of milk flavor. That's my favorite. What's yours? You can add vanilla, you can add cinnamon. I actually asked the client, what do you like, what's your preference, and I use milk flavor because it's her preference. And now we are mixing everything in to make sure it's well incorporated. You get that kind of stuff. Now we are going to grind our pepper for the puff puff. Don't mind me for not prepping before starting the whole video. And I forgot to tell you something, actually show you something. I sieved the flour before I started the whole process, so you should remember to do the same. Always sieve your flour because if you're buying for commercial purposes, sometimes what you do see inside those flour, your eyes cannot believe it. So you always have to sift your flour before using. So now I'll go ahead and pour the water that I got from rinsing of the blender to make sure that every single pepper is out of there because it's damn costly this side, and the client also likes it so much. So now I'm going ahead to pour in my water little by little. You don't have to pour the whole water at once, so you won't make the mistake of making a pool in your bowl in the name of puff puff. So we are mixing in thoroughly, trying to make sure that every single stuff in this bowl is well incorporated. So that's what we are doing right now. So if you are still with us up to this moment, we say a very big thank you. Very big thank you. Thank you so much for coming by once again. And if you've not subscribed, why not? We're going to be sending your way more interesting stuff this time around. Trust me, I'm coming up with interesting stuff the next week. And if you want to be the first person to know, hit the subscribe button. So now we are done mixing, and you see the consistency we got. That's the right consistency you should go for. We're going ahead to cover it, and this will stay for 30 minutes. Alright, so I went ahead to clean the little mess I made on the table while waiting. So you remember we said that we will be frying after 30 minutes, and guess what, it's 25 minutes past, and we want to heat up our oil with the remaining 5 minutes. And once it gets hot, the oil gets hot, we start frying. And as you can see, it's already poured. Oh my god, it made a whole lot of mess because I forgot that this basin can actually comfortably contain only 3 cups of flour. That's the biggest I've made in it before, but it's fine. I'm not just going to clean it up. So we are checking with our skewer to make sure that it is hot enough. And here comes another secret. I don't quite like the oil, the aroma of the oil. So this is one of my secrets. I go ahead to fry a piece of onion. It can be a bowl, or you can cut it into half and fry it just like this. And trust me, the whole story of the oil is going to change. Now we are checking if the oil is actually really hot enough to start frying, and as you can see, it's hot enough, so we start to fry. So you see, this is actually how you scoop your puff, either the first way, either this way or the other way. You can fold in your, but I will make a more detailed video on scooping your puff. I have about 3 methods. You can even use spoon, but don't worry, till then I'll make a more detailed video for that. Alright, so for now, let's concentrate on mixing and frying our puff. So as you can see, don't mind how fast it is. Don't burn your puff. Mind you, I remember I promised to tell you a secret. The secret is that before you put your puff, make sure that the oil is not overheated. If it is overheated, if you add your puff right in like this and it turns brown immediately, do you know what you're going to do? Get the oil down to cool off, and then you put it back. This is how your puff should rise immediately you put it. It's not meant to brown almost immediately you put it in. Alright, so that's it. I'll make another more detailed video on how to scoop and fry your puff perfectly. Ta-da! Here you have your perfect puff. You are missing if you didn't test this puff because it tastes so heavenly, in as much as it's for client. I have to take one, or I have to take this one that I used to show you guys testing. It it's looking so good. It tastes so good too. Not just looks so good, it tastes so good. So thank you. See you in our next video.